right, you lovely lot. Gather round, gather round. Today we're off on a right laugh to Edinburgh, Scotland. That's right, the land of bagpipes, kilts and humour drier than a Scotsman's toast. Edinburgh, you see, is a city that's as charming as it is hilarious. So put on your best accent, or don't, I'm not your mum, and get ready for a right good time. Narrated, of course, by yours truly, in my most charming English accent. You're welcome. In this video, we're going to uncover the best places to visit in Edinburgh with a wee sprinkle of humour along the way. First up, we've got Edinburgh Castle, perched atop a volcanic rock like a wee lad who's climbed a mountain of Lego. Now, this castle has seen it all, folks. Wars, sieges, you name it. It's older than your nan's fruitcake and twice as sturdy. But here's a funny bit. You'll likely encounter more tourists here than at a Rod Stewart concert. It's a proper scrum, but don't worry. The stunning views of the city from the castle walls make it all worthwhile. Just try not to fall off while taking a selfie, yeah? Legend has it that the crown jewels of Scotland are hidden somewhere within the castle walls. They say if you whisper haggis is delicious 3 times in the Queen's chambers, a secret passageway will open up, leading you straight to the treasure. Now, I haven't tried it myself, mostly because I can't stand haggis, but if you're feeling brave. Next up, we're off to Arthur's Seat, a big old hill that offers some cracking views of the city. Don't worry, you don't need to be a marathon runner to conquer this one. It's a relatively easy climb, though you might find yourself out of breath if you attempt to recite Shakespeare's entire works on the way up. Now, legend has it that Arthur's Seat was named after the legendary King Arthur. Some say he even had his round table up there. Though knowing Arthur, he probably just came up here for a cheeky pint and a view. But between you and me, I reckon they just couldn't be bothered to come up with a proper name. Oh, look, it's a giant seat. Let's just call it that. Job done. Right, let's stroll down the Royal Mile, Edinburgh's busiest street, and a place that's always buzzing with life, music, and the occasional whiff of something that's seen better days. It's a shopper's paradise, or perhaps their purgatory, depending on how much you value your hard-earned pounds. You'll find everything here from cashmere scarves to questionable tartan trousers. Be sure to haggle with the street vendors. They love a good banter, and you might even snag yourself a bargain. If you're feeling peckish, grab a Scotch pie or a sausage roll from a local bakery. Just make sure it's still warm, or you might end up with a pastry that's harder than a Scotsman's head after a night on the whiskey. Next up, Holyrood Palace. This grand old building is the King's official residence in Scotland. Now, I know what you're thinking. Does the King really live there? Well, he does pop in now and then, but I imagine it's a bit too drafty for his liking most of the year. I mean, have you felt the Scottish wind? It could blow the hair off a yeti. But even if the King isn't home, the palace is still worth a visit. You can explore the state apartments, wander through the gardens, and maybe even catch a glimpse of a ghost or two. Apparently, the place is haunted. Not surprising, really, considering all the history that's soaked into these walls. All right, folks, brace yourselves because we're heading into the Edinburgh Dungeon. This place is not for the faint of heart, but it is for those who love a good scare with a side of laughter. Imagine a history lesson gone terribly, hilariously wrong. You'll encounter creepy characters, gruesome tales, and special effects that'll make you jump out of your skin. Don't worry, though, it's all in good fun. And who knows, you might even learn a thing or two about Edinburgh's dark and twisted past. Just try not to make eye contact with the plague doctor. He looks like he hasn't had a decent meal in centuries. So there you have it, lads and lasses, a wee tour of Edinburgh with a sprinkle of charm, of course. I hope you enjoyed our little adventure through the heart of Scotland's capital. If you did, be a good sport and give this video a thumbs up. And while you're at it, why not subscribe for more hilarious travel guides? Remember, life's too short to travel without a sense of humour, especially if you're in Edinburgh, where the weather's as unpredictable as a Scotsman's taste in trousers. Until next time, cheers.